Today topic is data security. So data security is a set of practices and processes that protects digital information from unauthorized access, thefts or corruptions. So in Snowflake we will have two types of securing the data, that is row level security and column level security. So row level and column level securities are essentials for data protections, ensuring that users have access only to the some data they are authorized to see. So if for row level security, they can only see the data for some rows. So like if if in a college, so AIDS department head, so I'm giving access to AIDS department head, so he or she can only see the data for this of the students of the department whose department is AIDS. Of coming to CSBS, she can only see the data regarding the CSBS students, and FCSC department students. So for this, I'm creating role level security. So see, so for this, I created a database and a table. So where I having an employee details, employee ID, employee name, department number, salary, phone number, and employee state. So now I'm creating a row level security where employee state is Telangana or Andhra Pradesh. So for Telangana, I'll create a Telangana role, and for Andhra Pradesh, I'll create an Andhra role. So Telangana role, if I'm in a Telangana role, or if an user is assigned to a Telangana role, so he or she can only view the data where the employee state is Telangana. If he is given the role of given or assigned the role of Andhra, so he will only view the data where the employee state is Andhra Pradesh. So for that, I'm creating the Telangana and Andhra roles. As an example, I'm creating only two roles, Telangana and Andhra role. So granting those roles to the system admin and the user. So here user is nothing but my account itself. So I'm moving back to the sysadmin, and in the sysadmin, I'm assigning all the essential permissions or important permissions to the Telangana role and Andhra role. So those are warehouses. So warehouse is important to run any command. So I'm giving access to the databases. So the data is all in the database. So if the user wants to see the data, he should have the database as well as a public or as well as the schema and access to the tables. So I'm giving these permissions. So I'm creating a schema called security. See, in role level security, the main important part is role mapping. So I'm creating the role mapping in a different schema called security, so that I can store all the data regarding the security in one schema. So in that, I'm creating a role mapping where the columns are only state and the role name. So see here, I want the data. I want to filter the data based on the state with the role with the role names. So I'm creating a mapping with these two, so that I can map these state with the original state, and these role name with the current role. So for that purpose, I'm creating role mapping. If this role mapping is not there, we cannot get the data. We cannot get the row level security or row level data. So I'm inserting as an example, I'm inserting two data, that is a Telangana and a Telangana state as Telangana and role name as Telangana role, and state as Andhra Pradesh and role name as Andhra. So in security admin, I'm creating a separate role for this mapping purpose. So I'm assigning those permissions also. So in system admin, I'm creating the policy, row access policy. So this is the syntax for row access policy. So create row access policy, and this is nothing but the schema with the policy name, schema.policy name, as statex as the filtering data column name, with this is the data type of that column, and returns boolean. So this returns booleans. If the boolean value is true, the data will be available. So if for a particular row the boolean value is false, so we cannot get the data. So by default, if the current role is account admin, I'll get all the data. If it is not a current admin, if it is a sysadmin or an org admin or an user admin or a public, we cannot get the data. So or exist. So here I'm mapping the data with the role mapping. So here I created state and role name. So see here I'm using that data for mapping. So if the role name in the table is equals to the current role and the state is equals to the input state value, so we'll get all those data. So the value will be true and the data will be returned. So for this statex, so this statex, we don't know what is the statex and in which table we are having that statex. So for that reason, we are adding the role access policy to the employee table on employee state column. So by adding this, by running this command, the statex is nothing but the employee state, and I'm granting some ownerships to those role access policies. So see, so actually I did not assign any data to this segment. So only account admin will get the complete details, or the data in the roles in these table will get the details. So it is in this segment, and I'm now running this command, this select command. So I'll run it again. See, I got no results. So if now I'm moving to the account admin, and now I'll run the same command. See, now I got all the data which where the employees are there from Telangana or Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh or some other states. So now here I created two roles like Telangana role and Andhra role. So we'll check what the data we'll get for those roles. So Andhra role. So in Andhra role, so I'm running the statement in Andhra role. So see, I got the data where the employee is only Andhra, only from Andhra. So because the state here is mentioned for only those two columns, we got the boolean value as true, and we got the data. If for other columns, we got the boolean value as false. So now in the same way, we'll go and check for Telangana role also. And now I'm in Telangana role. So see, I got the data where the employee is from Telangana, and this data is not visible to us. So if you observe in the account, when I'm in the account admin, this data is also visible to me. But if when I'm in Telangana role, this data is not visible. This is because of the column level security. Because I'm asking those data when the role is not as admin or account admin. So column level security, now we'll go back, we'll come to the column level security. So column level security restricts access to specific columns within a table. So this can be done by using dynamic data masking. So in Snowflake, dynamic data masking allows some masking policies. So those can be applied on the columns, so which can dynamically mask data based on the roles. So this is a creating of masking policies. So I'm creating a table, creating masking policy, create or replace masking policy. This is syntax. And salary policy is my masking policy name, as val is the input, varchar is the input data type, returns varchar, so output data type. So in masking policy, input and output data type should be same. If it is different, we cannot get the data. So we can mention here some cases. So when current role is in system admin or account admin, we can get the complete values. So this value should not be returned, else I'll get all the stars. So basically, if you observe at the starting when I'm in the account admin, so I'm in an account admin role. So that is the reason why I got all the values. So in Telangana role is not in these two roles, so I'll get stars obviously. So in the same way, this is for salary and this is for mobile number. So in the same way, val and varchar and varchar. So in the same way, I use it system admin and account admin as a default current roles. So if these are the current roles, then I'll get the complete val else I'll get all these cross marks. So see, here val is not linked to any table or in any column in a table. So for that purpose, we'll map those policies using alter statement, same as in the row level security. Alter table employee, and I'm modifying the column salary by setting masking policy as salary policy. So salary policy is mapped to the salary column, and the number policy is mapped to the number column, phone number column. So see, so I'll go back to the account admin and I'll run this command. So see, I got all the data without any masked data. So in system admin also will get, but in this case we'll not get the data in system admin, and I'll tell you the reason also. Say produce no results because of this row level security. In row level security, I give only the data to account admin or Telangana role and Andhra role. So I already mentioned in the first few minutes. So now I'll go to the Andhra role. So in Andhra role, I'll get all the details and get the employees from Andhra, as well as the salary and the phone numbers data will be masked. See, what I mentioned is seen. So employee state should be is Andhra, and the salary and phone number is masked. So I'll go to the Telangana role. So I'll run the same command again. So see, now I got the salary and phone numbers as masked and the employee state as Telangana. So this column is we can observe this column level security in many ways. So if you observe in some type of data, if you go and observe some type of data like Aadhaar card data or some other thing, we'll get all the detail. We'll get some details as a cross marks or a star marks. Like if you see the Aadhaar number, so if you enter the Aadhaar number of if you live on regarding something, and there is a field called Aadhaar number. So when you list all the data, in that data there will be no Aadhaar number listed, only the last 4 digits will be listed. Or else if you see your cards also, you will get only the last 4 digits as will get numbers. Else all other numbers will be as these cross marks. The reason behind that is column level masking. So column level masking, so with this we cannot all the members cannot access the data. So even though if suppose HR is there, so HR is having all the data regarding the HRs, even though he's having all those details, but he will not have the details which is his person's. So that is reason behind the reason behind that is also column level masking. So that's it about data security, and we can use data security by using two ways: row level security and column level security. So row level security is used so that we can only access a few data, or else we can filter the data. And the column level masking is used for to access only the few columns, so not all the columns. Even though the columns are visible in the table, but those columns we cannot find the data in those columns. The data is masked, but the columns will be seen. So that's it. Thank you.